Chapter 11. Motion and Measurement of Distances. On reopening of school, the teacher asked the students how they spent their summer vacations. She asked if anyone had gone out of the city during the summer vacation and how they travelled. Shailja visited her grandparents in Hyderabad. She, along with her parents, went by an aeroplane. Rahul went with his parents to Manali, a hill station, by their own car. Nikita travelled with her parents by train to Lucknow to spend a summer vacation in her maternal uncle's place. Based on these facts, we can understand that now we have different means of transport to travel to different places. But how did people in ancient time travel? Let us discuss. Story of transport. In ancient times, when no means of transport were available, people travelled mainly on foot and carried luggage on their back. After domestication of animals, human beings started using animals such as horses, camels and elephants for transportation and carried goods from one place to another. The invention of the wheel brought about many changes. Carts pulled by animals were used to travel from one place to another. Even today, in many villages of India, people use carts drawn by bullocks, horses and other animals to move about. The wheel is now the basis of all our vehicles: bicycles, scooters, cars and motorbikes. The invention of steam engine introduced a new source of power. It led to the development of trains and automobiles. Motorized ships were used as means of transport on water. These inventions greatly reduced the time to travel from one place to another. Today, electric trains, aeroplanes, supersonic jets, and high-speed automobiles have further reduced the time taken to travel from one place to another. Spaceships are used for transportation to outer space. Measurement. Measurement is one of the most important processes in science and in our daily life. We get up in the morning, get ready and go to school. At what time should we get up? How long we take to get ready? These questions are related to measurement of time. How much distance do we have to travel from our home to our school? This question is related to the measurement of length. When we buy fruits and vegetables, the shopkeeper measures the quantity. This is the measurement of mass. When we fall ill, the doctor measures our body temperature. Can you think of some more cases where you need to measure? Need of standard units of measurement. In earlier times, people used different parts of the body to measure length. The length of an object was made by using handspan, cubit, arm length, footstep called pace and foot, fathom, length of the outstretched arm as the unit to measure length. Handspan, cubit, footstep and other units based on the length of body parts are not accurate and reliable. They cannot be used as standard units of measurement as the length of the body parts vary from person to person. Therefore, people realized the need for standard units of measurement. Standard units of measurement are those that have a fixed quantity value and therefore do not vary from person to person and place to place. It is necessary to have standard units of measurements for the sake of uniformity and convenience in measurements. Activity 1. To measure the length of a table by using handspan. Things needed: a table. Method. We measure the length of a given table with our handspan. Handspan is the distance between the tip of the thumb and the tip of the little finger of a fully stretched hand. It is 8 handspans. We now ask our younger brother or sister to measure the length of the table by his or her handspan. Is it also 8 handspans? No, it is 10 handspans. Conclusion: This activity shows that handspan is not a reliable unit for measuring length. SI units of physical quantities. In 1960, scientists adopted uniform and convenient common sets of standard units for the measurement of various physical quantities. This system came to be known as International System of Units, or the SI units. SI unit is the short form of the French name Système International des Unités. The SI units that are used in all the countries of the world for some physical quantities are: the SI unit of measuring length is meter. The SI unit of measuring time is second. The SI unit of measuring mass is kilogram. The SI unit of measuring temperature is Kelvin. Measurement of length. Length is the distance between any two points or places. Width or breadth. Depth. Thickness. Distance and height are all the measurement of length. Meter m is used as a standard unit for measuring the length of an object. It can be used as a unit to measure the length of a table, the length of a room, and the height of a tree or a building. To measure small distances or length, a pencil or a notebook has small length which is much smaller than a meter. It is inconvenient to express such small lengths in terms of meter. So, the length of such small object is measured in centimeters. 1 meter equals 100 centimeters. The thickness of a thin wire is of very small length, which is much smaller than a centimeter. It is inconvenient to express such a small length, thickness, in terms of centimeters. So, the thickness of such objects is measured in millimeters. 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. 1 meter equals 1000 millimeters. To measure large length or long distances, the distance between two towns or two cities is very large. It is inconvenient to express such large distances in terms of meter. So, the distance between the long distances is measured in kilometers. 1 kilometer equals 1000 meters. How to measure the length of an object? To measure the length of an object, say a card, we place the scale or ruler along the object in such a way that the zero mark of the scale coincides with the left end of the object. The length of the object is then obtained by reading the scale division coinciding with the right end of the object. The scale reading at the right side end of the card is 4.5 centimeter. Thus, the length of the card is 4.5 centimeter. Precautions to be taken while using a scale. Placement of scale. The scale should be placed with the objects along its length. If we place it at an angle or at a distance from the length we are measuring, our reading will not be correct. Worn out ends. Sometimes, due to repeated use, the zero mark of a scale gets worn out and cannot be clearly seen. In some cases, the left end of the scale may get damaged or broken due to various reasons. In such cases, we should measure the length of the object starting from any other mark of the scale, say the 1 centimeter mark. We subtract the reading of this mark, 1 centimeter, from the reading of the other end. For example, in the figure given, the reading at one end is 1.0 centimeter and at the other end 5.5 centimeter. Therefore, the length of the object is 5.5 centimeter minus 1.0 centimeter, 4.5 centimeter. Position of the eye. The correct position of the eye is also important for taking measurement. Our eyes must be focused exactly above the points where we are making our measurements as shown in figure. Position A is the correct position of the eye. Note that from position A, the reading is 4.5 centimeters, and from position B and C, the readings are 4.6 centimeter and 4.4 centimeter respectively, which are wrong.